Hello, dear community. Ken Page here. I'm the author of Deeper Dating and the Deeper Dating course and the host of the Deeper Dating podcast. And I'm really happy to offer you a 10-minute meditation, which is my absolute favorite go-to meditation for transformation, for healing, and for finding instant access to a very wise inner voice that again and again will bypass self-criticism and self-denial and self-minimization and point you right to the essence of your being. And at this time with COVID-19, with all of us experiencing such a global and profound sense of challenge, and with the risks and the fears and the demands that this is bringing to us, and with the need for our service and the suffering that's in the world, this is such a good time to again and again be able to access a warm and safe and good space. So this practice is called the Inner Mentor Practice, and I'm going to guide you in it. This is going to be a short meditation, and then you will have it to use. I use this practice every single day because it takes me away from my anxiety and brings me to my love, my wisdom. It reminds me of the gifts in my being. It constantly points me to that budding place where newness and healing and health are trying to emerge. And it says, Ken, look at this. This is beautiful. This is precious. Let's follow this. And that's the greatest way to grow. So very excited to offer this to you. And it's going to take, maybe 8 or 10 minutes to do this process. But when you've learned it, you'll be able to do it in a minute or 2 minutes. And the more you get to know this inner mentor, the more you'll become this inner mentor. And this inner mentor is you at your most essential and your most beautiful. So I'm thrilled to offer this to you at this challenging time, but I'm also thrilled to offer it to you because it's just one of the most beautiful, beautiful tools I know. And I speak about this a lot on the Deeper Dating podcast and all my classes, all my courses. So I'm thrilled to offer this to everyone who's watching this now. Okay, here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to close your eyes, and I'd like you to remember a time in your life when you felt really comfortable and really safe and really good in your own skin. Just remember how that felt and how you felt at that moment. Remember where you were. Remember how that space felt emotionally in your body. How good that felt, how right that felt, and how it feels to be so comfortable in your own skin. Just remember that good feeling. You don't have to get it back perfectly, but just kind of have a memory of it. Good, good. And just hold that feeling in a gentle way. You don't have to get it perfectly, but just hold it in a gentle way. And now, I'd like you to remember a time when your heart felt flowing with love. And I want it to be a memory that when you think about it now, you still have a good feeling as opposed to maybe a painful feeling. So choose a memory where your heart felt flowing with love that you can go back to and still feels good to remember. And just remember what that felt like, what it feels like for you when your heart is full of love. The feeling when your heart is full of love. These experiences are like fingerprints. They're kind of universal in what they feel like, but they're also individual to each one of us. So remember the taste and the feel for you of when your heart is filled with love. And just hold that in a gentle way, but hold it to your heart. Good. And now, I'd like you to remember a time that you felt a sense of mastery, like you accomplished something big. You got over a big hurdle. You didn't give up. You kept going for what you dreamed of and what you wanted. You used your willpower and you succeeded and accomplished something that inside at the end you had a sense of mastery, a sense of a good feeling of empowerment and agency and capacity. And just hold that memory, that very complete and warm feeling when you've accomplished something and it just feels good inside. Gently hold that memory. Good, good. Now, these were just memories that help you get glimpses of the person you're meant to be. And now, this is very sweet. And I don't want you to feel like you have to be that person fully. I just want you to imagine that you, that's the you that you're meant to be. The you that is living so fully in that love, in that fullness and mastery, in that comfort in your own skin. Just imagine that you, because that's the you you're meant to be. That's like the older, wiser version of you. It's the evolved you. It's you living in the heart of who you're meant to be. It's a wonderful you. So you don't have to earn that you. You don't have to achieve that you. Just imagine that you. Just picture that you, let me say. Because in a way, you don't have to imagine it because it's you. So just picture this you who's living so richly and fully in those zones, unfettered, full, a brave and kind and compassionate warrior of the things you believe in most and matter most. And just let yourself see that you. What does this person's face look like? This you that you're meant to be. What do this person's eyes radiate? What does their face radiate? What do you imagine it would feel like to step into the stream of that beautiful being that is you? And now, I'd like you to do that. I'd like you to imagine that you are jumping into that you, the body and the being of that gorgeous, beautiful, sweet, and comfortable flow that is your essence. Now, you don't have to do this perfectly, but it's kind of like an actor that has to just jump into a role without thinking. But this is different because this is you and you know the taste of these parts of you. So just imagine, just picture now jumping into this you, this gorgeous, beautiful, embodied you. Just picture that lightly, easily. Don't work too hard. Just taste it just a little bit. That's enough. What does it feel like in your body? What does it feel like in your heart? You are this beautiful, beautiful version of you just for this moment now. And from this place, look at the you of today, right here, right now, in these challenging times. Look at the you of today. And from this beautiful place, think think about what you want to say. What message do you want to convey? What guidance do you want to call out from this place to the you of today? Just let it emerge and you can speak it. Just speak it out right now. If nobody's listening, you could write it down if you want to and just let that stream out of you. But just take a minute and pause this recording and just speak or write the words that come from you. And remember, it's not that you're thinking, what would this person say? You are in this zone. You're speaking from here. You're like the ideal loving parent to the you of today. So from this beautiful zone, see what emerges and just let it flow. And you can pause the recording to do that. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, I want you to go back into this place of being this being just for a moment. You are this you, this fabulous you that you're born and meant to be. A you on the other side of shame, a you on the other side of all the self-minimization, a full, gorgeous you, essence of you. So now step back into that and look at the you of today and just imagine opening your arms and imagine letting that you of today come into your arms and you hug each other. And this is fabulous because you're the you of today and you are your inner mentor. And you're experiencing all of those parts of this as you both hug each other. And this is a love relationship that is going to deepen and get sweeter and sweeter and more dynamic every day that you do this process. Very good. So just hold that wonderful feeling of being connected to this inner mentor. Slowly come back and open your eyes. I want to share a story with you. My dad was a Holocaust survivor. And when he was clean of really rough life and when he was close to passing, he became like one of the closest beings I ever met to a saint. And people would come visit him and they would leave with balled up tissues. Because what he would do is he would look at them and he would start with the gifts that he saw in them. And he would say, you can do this. You can live that gift. He reminded them of their gifts and he started with that. And he reminded them that that comes first. So he healed so many people's lives in those last months of his life. And this inner mentor does the same for you. You'll notice that you bypassed your critical inner voice in almost all cases. And the message was one of seeing your gifts and encouraging them. So every day you do this process, you will become more like that you. You will have more closeness and intimacy with that you, and you will set up a communication base where contact and wisdom is closer. We don't need to go necessarily to the next text. This beautiful wisdom that just came out of you is in you every moment. And you can do this process really quickly when you get familiar with it. And we're going to try that right now. So we're just going to try this right now. Just imagine you're in a situation in your life that's maybe a little challenging, not super, super challenging, just a little challenging that's going on for you. Just picture that. Not a super challenging one, but a little challenging. Now, close your eyes. Go back to your inner mentor, this space that is so beautiful because it's you unfolded. And go into that place and taste it and feel it and become that you. Just let yourself imagine you are becoming that you. And look at the you of today and see what comes out in terms of guidance about this issue. You can pause the recording and just take a minute. Do that right now. Good. It's that easy. And I can't think of a better gift that I could offer you to help you connect with your ingenuity, your wisdom, the good things that matter most, and to connect with that again and again. This is a beautiful process, and I hope that you take it and that you get to enjoy and relish the experience of day by day becoming closer and closer to and more like your own beautiful inner mentor. So thank you so much for listening and enjoy this process and use it as well during these difficult times. Thank you.